Hey guys, Tony TV here, and welcome to the first episode of what is going to be my Microsoft Flight Sim 2024 career mode playthrough, or updates and playthrough. For those of you that have followed my streams and videos previously, I did do a Microsoft Flight Sim career mode playthrough previously when Microsoft Flight Sim 2024 first came out. It was, however, quite buggy, and I kind of got annoyed with it for a while, so I thought I'd take a bit of sabbatical from it. Updates have been made. I didn't come back straight after the updates. I've let things go along, and I just thought I missed the flight simming. I want to get back into it, so why not restart my career mode? And that's what we're going to do. So we are going to restart, but however, I don't want to restart it over in the Greek islands like I did last time, although that would be beautiful, don't get me wrong. I think what I'd like to do is maybe start it in the States. We go down towards San Diego, maybe. Santa Monica, we could start out of LA. We start somewhere over towards Las Vegas, maybe. Or maybe down what's this? You know what? No, we are going to start over in LA. Let's have some fun over in LA. Santa Monica. That's what we're going to do. We're going to start at Santa Monica Municipal Airport. But I'll do things a little bit different this time. I'm even going to approach how I approach the flight sim career mode as well, differently to what I did previously. So, Santa Monica Municipal Airport is obviously a very small airport. It's only a general aviation airport, and in fact, if I'm not mistaken, it's due to actually be closed in a few years' time, which is a shame. So I think I'd enjoy starting my career mode here this time round. Something a bit different. So we're going to have to go through all the usual stuff like last time, the initial startup, that quick flight that we've got to take around the area with our person, with our
Hello there. You must be the Tony TV, right?
Thanks, Tex. Yes, I am.
Welcome.
He's the owner of the Aero Club.
I'm Tex, the owner of the
All right,
Club.
Tex. Let's do this, Tex.
Here at the club, we provide all the training lessons you need to get started and earn your private pilot. Then, once you've earned your PPL, you can build up your flight hours and get more experience by taking people out on first flights.
That's what. So what we're going to do today.
Let's head outside and take a flight to get familiar with our aircraft and the local surroundings.
Well, so we're going to do this quick flight, and then we're going to do our PPL, and that's going to be the purpose of this first video. So the first video is going to be very much doing this first flight, with text, and then going and getting our PPL, and then I will probably come back next video doing the first of our first flight missions before we come back and do our commercial pilot license after that. So I'll probably do one flight off camera. I won't be bringing you every single flight. I'm going to try and sort of bring you just certain flights whenever we're ready. Updates, new specializations, things like that. So I'm going to approach it with different. But this career mode starting now that I'm restarting is going to be very much focusing on
in a Cessna 172 Skyhawk.
trainer airplane in our flight school.
No.
Welcome aboard. While you settle in, let's go over our flight plan. After taking off, we will climb to 1,600 feet above sea level, and then fly over the airport to enjoy the view. Ready? Why don't you start the engine for us? Perfect. The wind is from 270 degrees direction with a speed of 1 knot. So we'll be taking off from runway 21. Okay.
Cool. Taking off from runway 21. Okay, they're going to taxi for us. That's cool. He's going to control the rudder pedals as well. That's cool. I remember how this worked. So with this flight here, we don't even get to land the plane. We just take off, fly for a bit, fly over the airport. All right.
All right. Now comes the fun part. After releasing the brakes and applying full power, we will speed up and take off once we reach 60 knots airspeed. We will be climbing at 75 knots, which is the recommended climbing speed for the Cessna Skyhawk. While climbing, we will follow a left-hand traffic pattern and make 2 turns. Don't worry if it sounds overwhelming. I am here to help. Good. Ready for takeoff? Apply full power to get us moving.
All right, let's do it.
You handle the yoke, and I'll take care of the pedals, steering the aircraft on the runway during takeoff.
Nope. So we're gonna wait till we get to 60 knots.
We have reached 55 knots.
Here we go.
Pull the yoke a little bit to lift off.
There we go. All right. So now we're going to just reach our upwind end.
Perfect climbing attitude and speed. I see you know what you're doing.
So you want to be careful with the Cessna 172.
I will retract the flaps. You keep climbing. We are approaching our first turn. As you'll see, the Cessna 172 requires very little yoke movement to turn.
What you'll notice with the 172 is you do not want to be climbing at too high a rate, because if you do, you'll stall the plane, you'll lose power and stall the plane. Also, you don't want to be turning at too much of an angle. You don't want to go above 30-degree bank angle. When you are finally in the air, it's always good to lean out the mixture a little bit, just so that you can run the plane at a decent sort of
Okay, turn left again.
state.
We're almost
Let's
there.
turn left again.
Remember, we need to climb to 1,600 feet. It will keep us 500 feet above the traffic pattern.
Cool. So we're almost at that 1,600 feet.
I love the weather today. The clouds are beautiful, aren't they? There we are.
Here we go. Look at that.
600 feet above sea level and 500 feet.
So here we are
above the traffic
flying
pattern.
over
We have
Santa
safe
Monica.
separation with the other airplanes. Look around. See our airport? Let's fly over it.
We are going to be turning because we're heading towards our airport here. Now, this is one thing I will say with Microsoft Flight Sim 2024. Try keep to the cockpit, because you can do what I've just done there, and you can go a little bit off course. You can bank a little bit too hard. You can
I know that you're busy navigating and controlling the plane, but don't forget to enjoy the view.
go a little bit high. There we go. Look at that view over Santa Monica. I'm actually really looking forward to. I'm really looking forward to doing this career mode, flying here over the States initially. Changing similar to what I did last time.
Well done. I believe you have a talent for piloting. I hope you enjoyed the flight. Let's head back to the ground now.
Yay! Let's head back to the ground. Okay, he's going to take over. That's cool. Alright. So,
I'm glad that we flew together today. This might be the first chapter in your pilot's journey. if you want to embark on it. Let's catch
Thank
up at our
you,
headquarters.
Tex. Thank you very much, Tex, my boy. All right.
You seem comfortable out there. I'm sure you will get your PPL in no time.
Here we go. It's now time to go for our PPL. So to go for the PPL, so here's our little office at the moment.
Here you can see all the different certifications you can pass throughout your career. Your first step is to work towards your private pilot license.
The private pilot license is the first thing we're going to do. Then we have to fly a couple of first flight missions, not making any money before we do our commercial pilot license. And then we can fly missions to make money, which is what's going to be really important. Because after that, what I did last career mode was I concentrated on, okay, let's get all these certifications. And I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 done. And wasted all my credits doing those. Because you can see 30,000 credits, 20,000 credits, 5,000, 15,000, 10,000, 7,500. So it costs a lot of credits. And I did that. And then I went and opened up companies after that. I'm going to do it a bit different. I'm going to get this commercial pilot license. I'm going to unlock the cargo transport light certification, specializations. I'm then going to work towards opening up my first company, which is going to be a cargo company. And we're going to concentrate on flying in our own company from that point on, trying to unlock other specializations, namely charter service. And then once we've unlocked that, start our own charter service company once we've got enough credits to get a plane at that, which is where we're going to want the jet engine rating, because I'm going to want to get the Vision Jet, which I love the Vision Jet. It's a fun little plane, fun little jet to fly. So that's really going to be the aim here, but we've got to go through what we need to do first.
You'll need to pass the PPL exam are available here. Make sure you're comfortable with these before taking the exam.
If you are new to flight simming, I do recommend going through and looking at these training videos and training modules and doing the training. It is very helpful. You'll learn a lot about the plane and about how to do certain things. If you are unsure, like I said, I do highly recommend it. Me, however, I have done a career mode before, so I know what's required. So I'm just going to jump right into it. So we're going to be taking off, doing our initial climb, going towards our downwind down base air leg, down to our final and landing. With the Cessna 172, very important that you actually land at a rate or at a speed of roughly 54, 55 knots, because that is the safe landing speed for a Cessna 172. The other thing that's going to be very important is your taxiing. Make sure you follow the taxi path, especially when doing your certifications.
It's time. Your first ever check ride. Start by removing the covers and chocks, then join me inside.
Put these covers off. They're off. Let's get in. All right. Get this bird started. Battery and alternator masters on. Beacon, strobe, landing nav. Let's go with rich mixture. Slight throttle. Ready to start her up.
Your goal is to complete a left-hand traffic pattern, respecting the flight path and all required speeds. Rely on what you have learned in your trainings, and you'll be fine. Now, show me the best traffic pattern that you've got.
Let's request our taxi clearance.
Santa Monica Ground, Eagle Air Papa, Lima Victor Tree, 6-8 ready to taxi north departure with uniform.
Eagle Air Papa Lima Victor Tree 68 Taxi 2 and hold short of runway 21 via taxiway Bravo Bravo 5. Contact tower on 120. 1 when ready.
Right. We have our taxi clearance.
Taxiing hold short runway 21 using taxiway Bravo Bravo 5 Eagle Air Papa Lima Victor Tree 68.
Now, it is also very important when you are taxiing. Keep an eye on your ground speed here. You do not want to be going above 18 knots. One, it damages your airframe, and you know, two, if you're going too fast and you make a turn with your rudder pedals, you can actually potentially flip the plane. And especially later on when you do have your own company and you are flying your own planes, that becomes even more important because you can do major damage and it costs you more to repair your plane as a result. So it's always good to get into the habit of it early on. Keep an eye on those taxi speeds. Make sure you're taxiing at a reasonable speed. You don't want to be incurring any taxi speeding penalties. That's the other thing as well to note. You don't want to be incurring any taxi speed penalties. Let's make our way. I'm using my rudder pedals for this part. Oh, we're at 17 knots. Let's bring it back a bit. I'm a bit fast there. So yes, I am using my rudder pedals for this part, as you would. I am using the Logitech, the Skytech Pro rudder pedals. For my yoke system and throttle system, I'm using Honeycomb, Bravo and Alpha. To our hold short point. A nice little GA airport here. It's a lot of small planes, which is pretty cool. Like I said, it's a shame that in real life they are looking at closing down this airport in about 3 years' time, aren't we? We're right on 18 knots there. I was not listening to my own advice and I did not pay attention to my ground speed. Okay, apologies there. Had a bit of an issue with the recording. It was for some reason picking up my side screen, which had my side window view. So I had to pause the game for a second and reset my recording program. So apologies if things have sort of jumped a bit in the video. But we are doing our PPL here. We are just taxiing. We're almost at our hot shot point. Alright, here we go. We're at hot shot point. Let's request our takeoff clearance.
Santa Monica Tower, Eagle Air Papa Lima Victor Tree 68 ready at runway 21 departure to the north.
Eagle Air Papa Lima Victor Tree 68 altimeter 29er. 902 departure to the north approved. Cleared for takeoff runway 21.
Here we go, clear for takeoff runway 21.
Cleared for takeoff
Let's
runway
get onto the runway.
21 Eagle Air Papa Lima Victor Tree 68.
Very important when taking off as well, keep your feet on your rudder pedals, because especially with these smaller aircraft, they tend to veer, you know, slightly one side or another. You want to be able to compensate for that. All right, here we go. Let's get full throttle going. Remember, we want to get to about 60 knots before we take off. Here we go, 55, 60. Let's rotate. Remember, you don't want to be climbing too fast. You don't want to stall the plane. So we're going to climb to 650 feet.
Eagle Air Papa Lima Victor Tree 68. Continue for north departure.
Continuing for north departure.
Santa Monica Tower, Eagle Air Papa Lima Victor Tree 68. Continue for north departure.
We're going to climb to 1100 feet as we make our turn towards our crosswind end. Now we turn towards our downwind end. Remember, in the Cessna 172, you don't want to be banking more than 30 degrees, or you will do unnecessary stress to your aircraft. All right. Pulling back on the throttle a bit because we've gone a little bit high and we're going a little bit fast. We want to pull back on the throttle because we don't want to be landing at too fast a speed. In the 172, it is important to land at around about the 54 to 55 knots. And now it's our full stop
Santa
landing.
Monica Tower, Eagle Air Papa Lima Victor Tree 68, 900 feet to land.
Eagle Air Papa Lima Victor Tree 68 Santa Monica Tower.
Enter left downwind runway 21 Eagle Air Papa Lima Victor Tree 68.
Eagle Air Papa Lima Victor Tree 68 wind calm. Clear to land runway 21.
Clear to land runway 21. So we're heading towards our base end. As we head up over the freeway here.
Eagle Air Papa Lima Victor Tree 68, did you copy?
Yes, we copied.
Clear to land runway.
Clear to land.
Eagle Air Papa Lima Victor Tree 68.
Let's pull back on the throttle again a little bit more because we are going a little bit fast. As we extend our flap. Yeah. Extending the flaps did help us reduce that speed. But maybe a little bit too thick.
500.
Alright, here we go. As we turn down towards our final approach. We're sitting at 57 knots, that's good. I'm happy with that. 56 knots, let's just give it a little bit of power because we're going to listen. Oh no, too much power. Too much power, Tony, too much. Let's line her up a little bit more. Here we go. There we go, 54 knots, 55. I'm happy with that. Okay. Let's look for a nice smooth landing. Bit rough. Not exactly the smooth landing I would have liked. I won't lie.
Eagle Air Papa Lima Victor Tree 68, exit runway when able.
Could have been a bit smoother. Definitely not one of my smoothest landings.
Eagle Air Papa Lima Victor Tree 68, turn next taxiway.
Right, turning next taxiway.
Eagle Air Papa Lima Victor Tree 68, contact ground on 121. Niner.
Ground on 121, Niner.
121. Niner Eagle Air Papa Lima Victor Tree 68.
Let's do our
Santa Monica
taxi.
ground Eagle Air Papa Lima Victor Tree 68, request taxi to parking.
Eagle Air Papa Lima Victor Tree 68 taxi to general aviation parking using taxiway Bravo Tree Bravo.
Okay. You see our taxi clearance. The taxi lights back on.
Taxiing to general aviation parking via taxiway Bravo Tree. Bravo Eagle Air Papa Lima Victor Tree 68.
Do our quick taxi here over to the parking spot. Now once we have completed this, we will be allowed to fly first flight missions for no compensation. We won't be getting paid for them yet until we get our commercial pilot license. So next video we will probably do one of our 2 first flight missions. And the next video after that will likely be a commercial pilot license video. So while we make our way over to the parking stand, for those of you that haven't yet, if you've enjoyed the video, do please leave a like on the video. If you want to know when more videos are being uploaded and want to be notified, do hit the subscribe button and that notification bell as well. You also would like to please come and give us a follow in Discord. Our Discord community is starting to grow slowly, a little bit every day. We are looking to try and build that Discord community into something quite fun and exciting. Getting it. A small municipal airport. This is actually quite a large airport, I won't lie. Right. Almost there. Was parking all the way down the end today. Right. Park this bird. Here we go. Right, let's start our shutdown procedures. There we go. All right, let's hope we get a good rating.
Congratulations. You're on your way to become one hell of a pilot.
Okay, we passed. Oh, we passed with flying colours too. Take a quick screenshot of this. Use it for our thumbnail. Right. I'm happy with that rating. So that landing was actually a lot better than I thought, I guess. Oh no, we didn't actually get judged on the landing that time. There we go. Alright, so we've now unlocked all of these aircraft. The 172 Skyhawk is what I'm probably going to be flying mostly.
On passing your PPL exam. Hopefully that's the first of many steps on your career path. Your PPL allows you to fly recreationally and begin to build up your flight hours. First flight missions are a great way to increase your experience.
Well, that's what we've got to do.
Let's go back to...
Right, here we go. Specializations.
As you can see, the career journey of a pilot. As you build up your
flight, many different ways. We understand that. So we could go, down the skydive path or cargo or aerial advertising, whichever way you want to go, search and rescue, charter service. So my aim is we're going to be aiming to unlock cargo transport light as quickly as we can. It's going to take us, we've got to do level 10 commercial pilot license, 5 airplane missions with landing smoothness of 50 or above, and 7 airplane missions with C or above rating. So we need to make sure we're landing nice and smooth. that is going to be our first target, because then we are going to work towards opening up our first company. So we'll leave that video there. As I said, we will come back next video where we will be looking at the first
on this
of
map. You can see all the
first flights. We do have to do 2 in order to for our commercial pilot license. So we'll definitely do 1 on video, and I'll probably do 1 off video, and then come back for another video, a third video for the commercial pilot license. Until next time, 10 Tony TV signing out.